Hey guys, Tess here from Tess Fitness at www.tessfitness.yolasite.com. So I recently took some labs because I was feeling really low energy and thinking maybe something was wrong with my metabolism. I am 33 now, woo, as of January 17th this year, and I figured, maybe my body's changing, maybe there's something in my diet that I'm missing, maybe I'm allergic to some things in the air, I'm not sure. Or maybe some food allergies. I was also experiencing some gastrointestinal pain. So I went to the doctor, found out that I was anemic. Didn't know this before, multiple ways that you can become anemic. And there are multiple forms of anemia. So I asked myself, what has changed? And I went on a whole diet, kind of no meat, regimen for a while, and I just didn't want to eat it. Like my body just didn't want it, and I realized that was from alcohol consumption, and also I've always had trouble with enzymes. So if you're not taking enzymes and you're experiencing gastrointestinal pain after you eat, that might be something that is very useful. You just take a pill right before you eat, and it helps you digest your food, and that could be, the answer to some of your problems. I don't know. But you can try it. It's definitely worth a try. It has done wonders in my life thus far. The other, just kind of to wrap up, what I wanted to give you today is what I'm doing now. I'm adding chicken and, eggs into my diet for, like, staple proteins. Of course, any other form of protein, especially, lean red meats are excellent for a source of immediate protein to the muscles that will help you get the look that you want the fastest, and also provides you with a lot of iron, which is great for that time of the month if you're a woman, and obviously for any male that wants to build muscle and any female that wants to build muscle. So four things actually. If you feel that you are possibly having fatigue in your muscles, and it's difficult. Things just become difficult, like grabbing your bags, carrying your purse, bringing groceries into the car. Just kind of feeling like that overall low energy, weak muscles. You could be not eating enough protein to get those muscle gains that you want. You'll also notice that your muscle gains aren't happening as fast as maybe your intention was or your plan was if you're talking to a coach about it, and they're like, it seems like the results, they're happening, but they're not happening as quick as we thought, or they're not happening at all. Definitely could be because you're not eating enough protein. If your hair is falling out, that's another thing. The hair follicles will, your hair is actually made of protein, so it will fall out. The good thing is if you do start eating enough protein, then you'll have that thick, voluptuous hair that you had before, and because your hair follicles will regenerate and go back to where they were before your hair was falling out. The last thing is getting sick. I recognize this year I got sick probably 4 times. One time with the flu real bad, and then I just didn't seem to ever get over a cold for weeks and weeks. It was just lingering on. Same thing with, if you get a cut or a scrape or a bruise, it was just, for me, it was just like lasting forever. So it felt like forever. Of course, it wasn't forever. What's forever? So anyway, so what I realized was the healing process had definitely slowed down. I was increasing my vitamin intake. I just didn't understand why. And, I didn't want to incorporate the meat again into my diet, and I was trying to get it from other sources. So I don't know if this has to do with blood type. I'm not an expert nutritionist or anything like that. I'm just fitness, buff, and I just love to learn a lot about health and nutrition and how to stay fit and healthy. Getting sick, what happens is when you don't have the protein, your immune system can go down because all those amino acids that are the building blocks of the amino acids in your body and in your blood fight off the invaders of bacteria. So if you're not getting enough protein, you could definitely have a lowered immune system, which would cause, obviously, more and more sickness. So, without further ado, this is kind of the plan here. Is I am make these egg pancakes, and they're delicious. I just put some syrup on them. When they're done, some spray butter, which is so simple, and they're really quick to make because I am not a cook. And then this over here is my little scale for how much meat I would need. So for chicken, if I'm trying to get around 40 grams of protein, I would do about 5 ounces. So right here I have, it says 4 ounces, but this is actually 2 ounces of meat, which I was really surprised because it doesn't really look like, I mean, it looks like a lot more meat than 2 ounces, but I guess that works if you're going to have a couple meals. So that would be, you know, almost the daily requirement. So for women, it's 0.35 grams per body weight that you would need for protein. This is how you would do this. So right here, underneath the scale, you want to make sure that your scale is zeroed out, and mine is starting on 2 because the weight of this thing is 2 ounces, and I would add the meat on here. So if I want to do one meal, it'd be 2.5 ounces. If I'm just getting, if I want 2 meals of chicken, you know, real simple like that. So I just measure that out. And since I have other protein in the day, like if I have some eggs or I have some edamame, which I also did 1/3 cup of those. They're like 160 calories for 15 grams. I'm going to include those in my diet daily too, so I don't need that much protein. So I just kind of set that down there to make sure it's still at the level I want. And I measure underneath this thing, this little black lever here, and so I went from 2, 4, so that's 2. Now I'm at 3 ounces. So that's a total of 5 ounces. I don't know why I did 2 of those, but you can split those into how many meals you want for the day, or, you know, just do half and make your protein up in another way. Good luck with all of your fitness endeavors.